Hey, welcome everybody. It's Saturday night. About to take a little ride over to Oakland, and we got the Tower of Power playing in the background. I gotta tell you, I'm at kind of a loss for words. I don't have any theme that I'm hot to trot or take in. The same old crap, you know how it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got the old Bush administration going around kicking themselves in the balls. Don't know what one's doing from the other. Some philosophy. It's like a goddamn Walmart store. And we got old Captain Kangaroo Condoleezza Rice sitting there kicking herself in the balls. She doesn't know what time it is. She's doing better back in Stanford. You know, I don't know what to say. Unemployment's skyrocketed here in California. 35,000 in 1 week. Things are very bad. It's the same old story. Layoffs. We ran out of money. Toodaloo, goodbye. Things aren't looking good. But I'm all right. I got my chop shop. I got the video business. Got a couple of construction gigs if I want to go and push people around. And you know how I am. I like to ride a herd on some of those yahoos in the unions. That's always good for a laugh. I saw some asshole. Well, I shouldn't say that. He's actually quite a good guy, air conditioning guy. Yeah. I was all dressed up last night. You know, I have to do that once in a while. Go hobnob over at the Galleria. That's where I first started out, laying tile. With all the designers. I mean, had some glamorous people there. Some people I've known since like the 70s. You know, back when I used to look like Elvis Presley. But at least I'm still around. In fact, I didn't mention. Everybody used to say I was like a spitting image of him. You know, we both kind of got heavier as we got older. But 2 weeks after he died, oddly enough, my sister and I were in a train wreck right out of Lake Grange, Chicago. And that was a little too close for comfort. I mean, I didn't try and look like him. We just happened to look the same way. And, but I wasn't, believe me, trying to catch up with him in that train wreck. Not, that's a little too close for comfort. I got good reasons to be alive. I was at a nice party today. Nice Italian family. The lady's 90 years old. Mrs. Dorothy Marcella. We were at a golf course. And a whole bunch of families. My mom and I went. That's, I guess, Dorothy and my mom are pretty much best friends. And it was good to see all her very well behaved and, good crew of people there. Nice kids, all respectable people. And I was even respectable myself. I'm in Aries. I take on all kinds of different appearances and blend with the crowd, whatever it may be. But I'm a good time Charlie. Everybody knows when they see Kerrigan come and go, you're going to have some fun. Even like last night, I'm down there with, all the big designers. One guy after another's trying to pick me up. It was hilarious. I got a kick out of that. And all these like really smooth-looking Hillsborough socialite women with the jewelry and trying to figure out what the next alimony check, what kind of new sofa, $20,000 couch they're going to get. So Kerrigan's there hobnobbing, telling everybody what time it is. Stories of Trump, stories back in the day when Henry Adams, I was like his puppy dog contractor. But still, I was right there with the man they named the street after. And I tell people, just like Trump is Trump, Henry Adams was to San Francisco the same thing, only before him. Henry was a good friend of mine, and I always appreciated when he said, "You're one of us now, you're in the family." That meant a lot to me. And there was big paydays too, I'll tell you, back then. I wouldn't talk about it, but it was like huge sums of money. Which took care of a lot of bartenders in New York, cab drivers in hotels. Oh, you people remember me. They used to call me Limousine Tom. Anyhow, friend Phil's coming over tonight. Same deal, we hit the car shows, see what's going on in the outside world. And, if there's any questions, we'll be taking those a little bit after the show. Like I say, the main thing that's getting very frustrating with this whole Iraq situation, we've had massive protests today out in San Francisco, as I also noticed in Washington, D.C. I mean, I honestly try and analyze the situation in all fairness, historically, militarily, strategically, whatever, but it's just too much of a mess. So, it's like Atlantic City to throw good money after bad. That's not what we should be doing. We got to get out of there, get some different strategy supports. Or just, hey, like my boss in New York once said, we're dealing with the big people at Shearson. We fucked up. We made a mistake. So what? You know, that's what you tell people. We made a mistake. That's what you got to come out and do. Push comes to shove, then you show you're human. You can get more sympathy in that respect. Anybody can be wrong. I mean, Bush is not coming out and saying, hey, how would you like to be sitting in my chair? You know, one time Gotti did that to me. I was joking around with him in court, and he goes, oh yeah, you like to come here every day with your suits and telling jokes and big stories everybody likes to see, Tom. But you want to trade place with me? You want to come up here and sit in the hot seat? I'm looking at 25 years to life. I'll trade with you any day, young man. Come on up here if you want to, you know, if you want to be a courtroom clown, court jester, whatever calling yourself, fine. I'd be glad to switch chairs with you any day, my boy. And I said, oh, no, that's quite all right. Just joking around. You know me. You keep me around for laughs, that's all. But same thing, you come you know, Bush ain't coming out saying who wants to be me. I gotta run around with Condoleezza Rice, the goddamn vice president, almost shoot somebody. I mean, what a bunch of nuts. You couldn't see a better show on Saturday Night Live if you don't get comedy like that. Unless he had me up there, then you really have some. You know, you ain't Kerrigan up there. Get him in politics, make him like secretary of the treasury or something like that. Fucking bankrupt those people so fast their head would spin. Just to keep in practice. But anyhow, you know, it's fun. You gotta laugh about it. See it in, you know, the perspective that it is. But it's, you know, seriously contemplating the future of the American people and, you know, all these jobs being lost overseas. And, now the illegal aliens are getting upset because we're violating their civil rights. Well, fuck, they don't even belong here, you know? Why don't you take a lot of people from Iraq and ship them to Mexico and then see what they be saying? You know, they think differently. Even in southern Mexico, they got the same problem that we have in the United States. Guatemalan people come over there to pick the lesser desirable crops, but they're still bad-mouthing them. And the Mexicans in southern Mexico, they're not interested in touching that piece of agriculture, so they all ship up here. Anyway, those are the stupid things we got to deal with. I mean, somebody's got to talk about it. Can't be so politically correct. This country's going down the toilet. And, you know, gotta have somebody up Kerrigan up there. Get a new breed. Get like a goddamn biker president instead of some jackass with a suit and tie and fucking stiff neck all the time. Trying to please everybody. Get some real guy up there. Have a couple of laughs. Have a guy come up in his chopper instead of like, you know, always some suit, tie, and limousine, bulletproof vest and stuff like that. You got a bad hog and 20 homeboys with you. No one's gonna bother you. I mean, that's the kind of politics I'd like to see, like the Wild West, the way the American country used to be. Now it's so full of BS. You don't know what you're gonna do. Anyway, Hulk Kerrigan. We're gonna take time for a little commercial, and I really gotta admit, you know, I'm happy with the show, and we're getting big ratings. And this is going to New York and a lot of different places. So later on, we're gonna have one of our brothers, Phil, Fabulous Phil, come in, and he's gonna give you, you know, his perspective. Good friend of mine, been around for years. We travel all over the place, and so be patient. Watch this little commercial. We'll be right back. Okay, take.